Wow, I can't believe I'm finally back on this job. About a month ago, I took out a permit to remove the rest of the siding from this garage so I can stucco to match up there in the rest of the house. And then about 3 weeks ago, I got sick, went to the emergency room, found out my gallbladder was shot. So I had the surgery, had the gallbladder removed. Also had a major groin hernia. And he was gonna try to do them both at the same time, but the gallbladder was so bad, they only did the gallbladder. But he said while he was in there, you know, he did some prep work for the hernia surgery, and that maybe in a couple of weeks I could have that surgery. Well, a week after that, I went to see him. We'll just call him Dr. L. Apparently Dr. L is the best in my area. Surgeon for gallbladder, for hernias, stuff like that. And I went in to see him, and he basically told me no, he's not going to do the hernia surgery. He wants me to take care of my diabetes first. Apparently I have diabetes too. So here I am with this huge hernia after the gallbladder surgery, and he's talking about taking care of the diabetes. I mean, how long is that going to take? That could take a year. I never treated it. So basically I was in trouble. So I remembered another doctor I used about 14 years ago when I had the hernia above my belly button. So I called him up, set an appointment, went to see him. So when he saw my condition, he basically said, and a funny thing, we'll just call him Dr. G. The funny thing is Dr. G and Dr. L worked together for years. So they both worked in the same hospital, but now they're in different hospitals. So Dr. G said, listen, if you go through me to have this surgery, it's probably going to take a couple of months to get you on my schedule. He said, what you need to do right now is go downstairs in the emergency room. Now, this is a different hospital from the first hospital where I had the gallbladder removed. So I basically spent a whole week in the hospital after the gallbladder. And now here I am at another hospital for the hernia, and I'm going through the same thing again. I'm going to have to spend a week in there after the hernia surgery, and that's exactly what happened. So here I am now, 3 weeks later. I'm about 80-85% my health. You know, I'm still in a lot of pain, but I'm here. So basically what I was told when I got the permit is as long as I follow the manufacturer's instructions, I don't really need any inspections on the stucco itself. Now, if it was the 3-part cement, then yes, because, you know, they want to see in between coats, because you got to give each coat enough time to dry. I'm doing a synthetic stucco, so he basically told me, get it done and then call me. But he said, if you run into any rotten wood, then you got to call me. I need to come out and look at it. So I can tell you now, there's going to be rotten wood, because as you see the way they frame this, the studs go down into the concrete. So what happened here is whoever laid out the cinder block foundation, 1 block too short. They put 4-inch caps, and then they framed the house. Let me put the light on. So what they did was they framed the foundation 1 block too short, framed the house, and then they poured the concrete on top. So the plates that these studs are sitting on are underneath the concrete, and the concrete is actually level with the ground outside. So that means the plates are underground, and nothing was done right. So see the ground there. You see the soil all around the side. Somebody tried to hide it and put this pressure treated board here, which is all rotting away. That's all coming out of there. So I'm gonna have to pour concrete. I'm gonna have to do the same thing I did in the back. But for right now, I need to expose this so the inspector can come see it. So that, you know, that may take a day or two. So I don't want to rip this all off, the siding, the drywall. This is just some old fire-rated drywall exterior. So what I need to do is build a temporary wall in here and sheet it. This way, all the riffraff's not coming in here, bugs and animals. So I already started putting a plate up. Gotta put a plate all the way down. All the way down, then I gotta double it up. As you can see, the ceiling's real wavy. I may try to straighten it all out at some point. Probably when I reframe the exterior wall. Concrete's got cracks. I know the concrete's wavy. There's only so much you can do here. So before I rip all this off and expose all the rottenness underneath, I'm gonna have to build this temporary wall, sheet it, and also when I take the framing out, the temporary wall will hold up the garage, this side of the garage. There's not a lot of weight here, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Make it safe. Just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. Just building a temporary wall here that will hold up the rafters, floor joists, whatever you want to call them, while I'm able to take that all down. So I'm just going to put this all together. I got them 24 on center. I don't really need 16. There's not that much weight. So I got a 24. And then the bottom I can just tap with a hammer and get it level. Put a couple nails into the floor to hold it. Then I got to sheet it. I'm going to sheet it. And then I got to move all this stuff. Got to try to squeeze it all over here little by little as I work my way back. And just work my way to the end. Try to leave myself enough room here to get a sheet through there. And the garage door still opens and closes. Looks like that went up crooked. This track here is crooked. It's sticking out this way too far. See down it? But it works, so. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any crazy videoing right now, but you know, when I get into all this, I'm definitely gonna video all that. But I just wanted to give an update of where I'm at and what I've learned. These two emergency rooms. Emergency rooms are not where you want to be right now. Employee shortage. So that means you got to fight your way in. And once you're in, you got to fight your way out. Because of the shortage, it takes forever to get your test results. And insurance companies are not going to pay unless all the results are in. So they force you to stay until those results come in. And if you're like me, man, you know, you can't be laying around in the hospital. You got to get on with life.